um, Type Sarge, and today we're gonna be talking about the leaks that are going around. That there's a demo that is gonna be coming out during the PAX West. Now, if you don't know what the PAX West is, supposed to be some sort of a leak that is supposed to be it's supposed to reveal all of the things that that the video game is supposed to show before it's coming out. So about the PAX West of Hellneighbor 2 demo, there were some leaks that came out with it, and pretty much they all came out with it after the video that showed the developer that accidentally just recorded and showcased all of the things that the demo has for it. Now the thing is, the demo is an old build and it isn't really gonna be nothing special, and it isn't gonna be showing all the review stuff for the leaks that are happening. And the thing is, there's a lot of interesting stuff in the demo, and obviously enough, it could be a perfect game that it could be obviously be a game that might be doing really well. And I do say, I feel like in the future, I feel like in the future years, I feel like Hellneighbor 2 is gonna succeed, because with these leaks that I'm gonna show you here, all these leaks may sound surprising, but it feels like it feels way too different from what the first game was. I mean, it felt like an actual improvement. It felt like if it was far from what the first game is, sure, it is far from it, but it kind of just felt like if it had some unique and creativity in this. I mean, yeah, sure, it is not gonna be like the pre-alpha and the alpha, like like what those ones used to be, with the realistic graphics and all that. But I do say it is, however, a great game. And with these leaks, I'm going to be showing you here. And let's get started. you just have seen the video. So in this video, it shows that us Quentin is pretty much in some abandoned house that pretty much regulates as Mr. Peterson's house. And there are some locations that I showed you about, like the baker, the mayors, and I mean, while we didn't even get to show the obviously, Mr. Odo's house, which is obviously missing from the video. The thing is, it is however a development, so it makes sense why. But the thing is, this could obviously be the best thing for what Hello Neighbor has come to ever since the 6 years of development of since the game came out. Now, I'm gonna have to tell you this, but I feel like Hello Neighbor's gonna succeed. I feel like it. Now, if you don't believe me and you think I'm some sort of like a crazy old man that doesn't even know the true reality of video games and how they're supposed to play on, well, guess what? You never know what the actual genre of a video game of Hello Neighbors is supposed to be meant to. It's supposed to be about sneaking your neighbor's house and pretty much getting to know what's in this basement. Which obviously I'm not sure if it's gonna be that anymore since this is a sequel and it's all about sneaking in and getting to the attic, which is a new change. I mean, I'd say I like this change a lot. It does, however, fit in something unique inside. It isn't like, pretty much sneak into the same old basement. Like, no, that isn't like that anymore. It's like supposed to be about sneaking inside of someone else's attic. Very unique, obviously. It's very creative. I feel like it has some meaning to it. And I think this one will actually fit more than sneaking into the basement. I mean, well, I do like the idea of sneaking into the basement, sneaking inside of it. And I do say I enjoy the Act 1 basement. I say it was really cool. I'd say it felt like just like how a basement's supposed to feel if we go inside of it. But I do feel like it was kind of just, used as a thing that most games usually use as a part of horror games. Now the attic, I'd say that's a very unique change because obviously nobody else uses an attic as a sneaking in and trying to see what's inside. And I do say I'm glad with this change. And seeing how there's cities in the background must be a great upgrade to the first one. Because you can already tell that the first one didn't have like 3D modeling to the city. In the background, it was all 2D made, pretty much made for Photoshop or Photopea. Either way, it could be any 2D marketing color, I guess. I don't know, some sort of like an apps that they used. But whatever you see in the background now, they used it on either Blender and pretty much imported in, and UE4, which is Unreal Engine. Sorry if I'm actually like stuttering. I just that. I'm just overhead. So with this new leak, there's actually like more leaks about either So with this new leak, there's actually like more leaks about either the one where pickpocketing is actually possible in the game. Now this actually happens inside of the policeman, so I'm not really surprised that a pickpocketing is a thing inside of Hello Neighbor. I mean, it happened way back in Alpha 2, obviously, and pretty much it has been a successful thing. And the thing is, it was also added inside of other games, like either. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if there's any more games of Hello Neighbor that has ever added a pickpocket system. But other than that, Alpha 2 and Beta of Hello Neighbor 2 is the only games that has ever added a pickpocket system, which came back for like 6 years. Obviously, a crazy wild timing. Alright, and a new league is all about, pretty much having ducks and like pretty much a lot of like toys and balloon animals. Now, I'm not sure why did they add this in, but I do feel like this must be some sort of a quest that is supposed to be added for us to do, just for whatever reason. But I do say It is a unique thing because obviously this game is supposed to be an open world game and not another game that is supposed to be one spaced. And now for these new leaks, I'd say they're all played out as somewhat different from the ones that we're familiar with. Now, one of these leaks are pretty much all about us Quentin being in a farm. Not only that in case, but I've heard that the farm is going to be near of the neighbor's house, so obviously it's going to be a crazy wild ride. And the thing is, the neighbor will be back in his house. And the thing is, I'm not sure how it's going to work out because obviously the police coming inside of the neighbor's house and the neighbor's supposed to escape is a really great concept. I kind of don't get it why he's supposed to come back in his own house and just that. I'm not sure it's supposed to be before it, but the thing is, I'm not sure how this is gonna work out. I mean, I really am confused on that reason. But I do say it is, however, a change. I mean, I do say that they want to keep in the Hell Neighbor trilogy by just adding in Mr. Peterson in his own house. But it doesn't really matter if he is in his own house. I mean, it doesn't really matter at all. We obviously had everything that is possible inside of the Hell Neighbor's development. So this next one, I'm just gonna say, so they removed the pin board. The one we're supposed to find out and see if we actually pretty much completed each quest for each houses. It got removed. It got removed. The reason why it got removed for another thing is because they wanted to make the game hard, I think. The thing is, I'm not really sure how it's gonna work out, but I do feel like that they could have at least added in, so in that case it could have been more detailed. Because if they could have at least added in, then it would obviously be more helpful for us to know if we obviously completed each points for each houses of the neighbors. But since they remove it, it's obviously a big L. So how much did you think these leaks could do better inside of Hell Neighbor? Now these are actual leaks and the official team that are working on the game, and it's gonna be created as a demo. So I do say these leaks for the demo might do either the game well, I'm not sure, but the problem is we already have beta. We already have the beta game, so what's the point of having a demo? I mean, what's the point of having a beta if there's a demo coming out? We literally just bought the demo. I mean, we literally just bought the beta just for the sakes of getting the full game and pre-ordering it. But since there's a demo coming out, I'm not sure how it's gonna work out. I'm not really sure, but I feel like that there could be other reasons why. But I don't know. Whatever. Well, anyways, you guys, are you excited for Hell Neighbor 2? I know I am. I mean, I can't wait to see how the game turns out. I can't wait for the open world side. And anyways, I'm gonna say this to you, but thanks for watching, you guys, and see you next time, and bye bye, and hope Hell Neighbor gets into the nominated awards.
Yeah, Mr. Peterson!
Work it, just move.